right, everybody. We have another great fired up 5-minute interview with Imelda from California State University, Dominguez Hill. We're going from coast to coast, Tennessee to California. We don't have a lot of time, but we're going to have a meaningful conversation about relationships. They kind of matter in this whole recruitment growth opportunity. So can you tell the people who you are, your role in your sorority?
Hi, everyone. My name is Imelda Franco. I'm the Vice President, Treasurer, Community Service Chairwoman, and Academic Chairwoman of the Alpha Zeta chapter of Hermandad de Sigma Iota Alpha Incorporada.
Love it. Love it. So we see you got a lot of roles. So growth is essentially essential to happen at your campus. One of the things we talked about, because of the national partnership we have with C, is social excellence, the ability to choose to engage. We talked about 4 primary aspects of curiosity, generosity, authenticity, and vulnerability. When you think about the value of relationships, what part resonates with you the most?
I think me personally, I would say authenticity. That's like the one thing that we want to try to bring out from ourselves when we try to go out and reach out to interests. It's like the basis of like creating a relationship in general. There are surface level things like, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite movie? Like things like that. They're like completely valid things to ask and learn about other people. But just like the authenticity and like the trueness of a person, like the genuineness and just feeling real with everyone else. You don't have to feel like you're going to try and fit in or be somebody else that you're not. You can be relaxed, be comfortable, and not feel like you're judged by who you are, even though your interests are different than other people.
Okay. I love that. One of the things you kind of leaned into was extending that sisterhood. I know that was like a aha moment, when we had our consultation meeting with your chapter. Talk to your fellow peers about what that means to extend sisterhood outside of the chapter.
I think we were having like a really hard time trying to keep interested in us, but that was like the one thing that we didn't continue on outside of our chapter. Like we would keep the sisterhood within us, but ever since, like you said it, that one day, me and Tanya, we were like, it's like it's just clicking together. These girls are coming to us because they want to have a sense of community. Many of them want a sister. They want to feel that sisterhood that they probably don't have in their families or in their friend groups, and they want that with us. And we don't want to just keep it exclusive within our org. We want to invite people to come and join us. And then even if they decide they don't want to join our organization, we don't want that to be like the defining matter of our relationship. We still want to continue that regardless.
So when you talk about whether they join or not, the value that they felt what sisterhood could be like within your organization is important. We have about maybe a minute 30 left. So whether that's sisterhood and building that authentic relationships within the sisterhood or building that with interest, what would you tell your fellow peers as they're getting out there, getting connected with more people? What's the key nugget that you said they need to be more mindful of? And when we're talking about securing the bag, what would you leave them with?
I would say being able to feel comfortable with the discomfort of not knowing what the future will hold for us as a chapter. We're pretty small, but at the same time, we can always be able to make connections or network with other people outside of our organization, whether that be professionally or personally. And I think we allow ourselves to make those connections with people and not be afraid to ask questions and learn about ourselves, learn about each other, because that's how our relationships grow, when we learn with each other and ask questions. Active listening, especially, we're able to learn about more people that way and learn about them in the realest way that we can.
Y'all, she's dropping the nuggets. I don't know if you picked up what she put down, but look, she said you need to be uncomfortable in your relationship situation that's happening. You need to be authentic in what you do, because look, at the end of the day, it's the relationships that matter for us. What we say, period, right? And so in essence, you have to make yourself uncomfortable to make others comfortable. So Imelda, I thank you for giving us 5 minutes of your time to hopefully drop some nuggets on somebody else and helping them grow. So let's stay fired up and ready to grow.